Hello everyone, my name is Davina Works with Advent Broadcast Network. I'd like to welcome you all to our news report. Thank you for tuning in. Today we will be addressing 3 news stories, starting off with a newborn baby that was found buried alive in northern India, followed by the story on a documentary called Sex for Grades in Africa, and ending with a story on a female travel blogger who was able to visit every country in the world. Stay tuned. A 4-day-old baby girl was rescued after she was found buried alive in a cemetery in northern India. The small infant was rescued by an unsuspecting couple in the state of Uttar Pradesh on October 10th as they were burying their own child who had recently passed away in the hospital. Her cries were heard while the couple dug deeper and deeper into the ground until they eventually found the baby girl, horrified, underweight, and with some infections, according to a CNN report. The report also states that the young girl is now receiving treatment in the ICU of a local hospital after suffering from some respiratory issues. She also has to use a ventilator. There is now an open investigation to locate the parents, who could be charged with attempt to murder and abandoning a child. Singh, superintendent for police of the Bareilly district, told CNN. Sadly, gender inequality is common in most parts of India, and a preference for sons have given a rise to millions of unwanted girls who often face abandonment and discrimination in their communities. The country has one of the most unequal sex ratios in the world, according to statistics from the last census. It is a true blessing that this girl was found, as she now has a fighting chance for life again, thanks to the couple that found her. People are outraged and disgusted after multiple reports of sexual harassment at top universities in West Africa were exposed. These reports include male professors propositioning female students for better grades. After a year-long investigation by the BBC African Eye was concluded, a documentary called Sex for Grades was released earlier this month, focusing on sexual harassment at the University of Lagos in Nigeria and the University of Ghana. After multiple testimonies were gathered, the BBC sent 2 female journalists posing as students to 2 universities where they were sexually harassed and pressured to have sex for grades while wearing secret cameras. Allegations of sexual harassment within the academic institutions in West Africa have been around for a while, but now the proof is on the table. The Speaker of Nigeria's House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, tweeted, "The revelations called for a moment of reckoning within the country." Since the documentary aired, the BBC has reportedly been contacted by over 120 people sharing their personal stories of abuse and harassment within educational institutions. If you have been harassed or abused by one of your educators, please make sure to find someone you trust to talk to and seek the help that you need. Most people tend to set goals that include new career moves like a huge promotion or to possibly travel more, take one more trip than the year before. But for Jessica Nabungo, it's becoming the first Black woman of African descent to travel to every country in the world and document it for her followers to watch. In 2016, Jessica set out to visit all 193 countries, including 2 with non-observer status. On October 6th of this year, she claimed to have done so on her Instagram page, arriving at the last country on her list, Seychelles. If you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're probably wondering, how does somebody achieve something this grand, let alone have the time and finances to be a full-time traveler? Well, it wasn't done overnight. After college, Jessica worked for a major pharmaceutical company, but the work she did didn't satisfy her. She began renting out her condo to make money and then hit the road. First teaching English in Japan. To support her travel habits, she founded a company called Jet Black, which organizes custom itineraries for small group trips in Africa, plus sells travel gear like branded t-shirts and passport covers. As an influencer, she also works with hotels and hospitality brands, some of whom even offer up to free stays in exchange for social media posts. She also obtains a GoFundMe page where she accepts donations. So as you see, there's a lot that goes into becoming a travel blogger, and it's not always sunshine and dandelions. Nabungo stated in an interview with CNN how throughout her travels, she had been accused of being a female prostitute, had men chase her down in the street, she's been assaulted, and faced discrimination. Ultimately, Nabungo says her quest was not just about crossing countries off a list. It was about changing the perception of female travelers of color, and of anyone who does not have the option of passing for a local in a given community. Congratulations, Jessica. As we come to the conclusion of our news report, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in today. Please make sure to like, comment, and share each and every video that you like and enjoy. Also, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Advent Broadcast Network. We're live from Houston, Texas. My name is Davina Works, ABN News.